guys, this is Phoenix from visittheplace.com, and today I'll be talking about Gallery Nucleus. Gallery Nucleus is a friendly art gallery which hosts a lot of art shows, and they sell a variety of interesting art books, prints, and collectibles. But the one thing that I really like about this place is that they regularly host free public events for art and the entertainment industry. It's honestly one of my favorite places to go with my art friends on the weekend when they have such events. The casual Q&A session with some of the production team from the box office hit Avatar was one such event. And so just to give you somewhat of an idea of how these events could go, I've put together some clips from the Q&A session as well as some casual interviews with the people that were in the audience. So please enjoy.
This is going to be an informal sort of panel Q&A session. We're going to start off with the artists sort of talking about their involvement with the film, and afterwards we'll go into the Q&A session. We'll open it up for questions from all of you. And there's tons of artists who worked on this film, and the fact that we can give these guys some more exposure is, I think, it's a real treat, and for them to give us some of their knowledge about their involvement in the film.
Some costumes for the just regular wear and some guardians, it's and then just props. It's pretty together. Hopefully, feature realm details.
Maybe so bold as to finish Daphne's. Daphne had incredible influence on the film from a color and pattern standpoint. And I started on the production May 5th, 2005. Radu and I were fortunate to be two of the four people that first started work on production, which was at Jim's house. We call it the lower house, because it is house on the hill and the house just below. So we got to work in the kitchen, and that might sound a little rustic, but believe me, this is Jim's Cameron's kitchen. And it's there where Jim really afforded us, speaking for myself, one of the best gifts imaginable working in production like this, which is where you get to really sink your teeth into the world of nature.
Well, my credit on the film is, I don't know if it fully reflects my contribution, but I was, sorry, I have to say, I got catering, yeah. I was one of the 4 initial artists that was hired for the film, that were hired for the film. Neville Page, myself, a guy named Yuri Bartoli, and of course a legendary fantasy artist named Wayne Barlow. He was sequestered alone in a separate room, which we were not allowed to go in, where he just kind of...
It was a bedroom.
Yeah. And he was producing a number of drawings and concepts, many of which made it into the final film essentially unchanged. Like he said, you know, I'm really unhappy with these, and he showed me these computer renderings of the Navi that just weren't convincing, and he wanted something more convincing, so I started doing sculptures. And I remember sculpting a sculpture of Neytiri, which his immediate response was, that's her, that's her, that's it, you know.
My name is Dylan Cole. I did a ton of work on all the natural stuff. While I was doing the tech and creatures, I was sort of doing a lot of the landscapes in the world. So I spent a ton of time doing the floating mountains, the arches, all the, just pretty much the natural world. We do these concept days, but then I was also working with the virtual art department that was building the virtual sets that Jim would see on stage. It was really amazing experience. I never worked with Jim before. I was probably in high school last time he did a film. And yeah, there's lots of stories about Jim, and many of them are true, but he really is insanely talented in that, like, if you aren't giving him what he wants, he'll just break out a piece of paper and just draw exactly and just show you what he wants. That's one version, or he will throw a sculpture across the room. But really great experience, and I think it's by far the most talented art department I've ever been a part of. I mean,
we were in the kitchen, and Jim came down with a portfolio of work. He said, hey guys, come around here, I want to show you something. Okay? So it's myself, Jordu, Yuri, and Wayne Barlow. And he opens up this portfolio. There's a large canvas-on illustration of the alien queen, the original. Because he can do what we do. And there was no really impressing him necessarily with your art. You realized that you had to bring a lot more to the table. That is, it was quite an intimidating moment, especially when he demanded and gave us colored pencils and black canvas on and said, bioluminescence.
The only other director,
If I may drop a name.
your real legs. No.
I was doing many versions of the Tree of Souls single thing, and I was doing studies of it at night and what that bioluminescence looks like. And Jim's unhappy, and Jim kind of has the ability that he starts off, no, that's not quite it. And he kind of works himself up where he ends up just really angry about it. Getting kind of upset about this, I just quickly try and slap an adjustment layer on my painting. I was working in Photoshop, and just kind of quickly start doing modifications based on what he's talking about painting in real time. And then as I'm quickly doing this, Jim kind of sees what I'm doing. He's like, oh wait, what's that? Like, that kind of looks like fun. And then so what I did, Jim had to use a wake-up tablet. He had never used one before. And so he actually sat down at my desk. I got up, and I'm like, each tool, he's like, I'm like, okay, Jim, just hold it like a pencil, and he just kind of, press, he starts going, and he's holding it like some people in the drafting hold pencil at a really shallow angle. I'm trying to appeal to the artist in him. I'm like, okay, you're holding it at a really low angle, hold it a little more vertically so you can register. It's very sensitive. And then kind of sort of get into it, and then every time I want to do something different, I come, okay, quickly pick a color form or change the tool. And he ended up, he was probably there for about an hour, and it was just so much fun. And he was sitting there, we actually some funny pictures of it. We were sitting there kind of tongue out of the side of his mouth as he's painting on it. And then he just finally started joining us. So he's like, I paid for this? This is fun.
What do you think about the panel?
I thought it was really innovative, and all the artists got to talk about exactly what they worked on in the movie. A lot of them had a lot of good insight and a lot of good jokes about what James Cameron did, working with everybody.
So very informal, very interesting.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, very casual. I think everybody enjoyed it. I personally did enjoy it. It was nice getting to hear what everybody did, worked on. Actually, and I think a lot of people like seeing what schools everybody came from, because everyone likes to know everyone's background.
Exactly.
So I enjoyed it.
Cool. How would you compare it with all the other art events that you've been to here? I know this is your third one. So
I'd say out of all of them that I've been to so far, this one was probably the most informal. They're very casual. Most of the ones I've been to, they've actually shown slides of the artwork.
Alright, so this is your first time at the Nucleus Gallery, and this is one of your first art events. What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's really nice actually. It's like the whole, there's a lot of works around here. The artists are excited.
Yeah.
So I recommend it.
Okay, cool. First art event here. What do you think of it?
Well, I thought this was pretty cool. I mean, a little small place like Alhambra, this is like a big gift. I mean, I saw the film and I was so blown away by all the artwork. So I'm just really happy that we have this opportunity. I mean, it's just awesome. There's really nothing bad about it. I mean, the only thing is that the voice control. But other than that, I'm just
so it's pretty cool to be so close to people in the industry to get their voice.
Because especially because I want to do this.
So it's good for people in the industry who want to break into it.
I'm really glad I had a chance.
So are you aware of all the different events, or do you just hear by word of mouth?
Actually, I signed up for the Facebook page.
Oh, I see.